Welcome back, gang, to another Wake Up Humans podcast with my man, Drew Henderson. What's up, brother?
What's up, my man? It's beautiful Monday in Merville, and I know
Yeah.
it is down there too.
It's absolutely, I spent last week in Connecticut, which was awesome. Like this
hmm
time last week, I was serving in my CT office, which was awesome. I worked in my personal office Monday and Thursday. And then I went around the other offices and, worked with them Tuesday and Wednesday. It was such a blessing, man.
Yeah, and I know those people have missed you, and you've missed those people up there too.
You know what was really cool? And you're right, you're spot on, but how many people were like, thank you so much for allowing this to happen and stay open? I mean, it's all like the
Yeah.
same people that were coming to see me is going to see them. And they feel so blessed that the place is open and they've got great care. Dr. Alex, Dr. Bill are doing amazing.
hmm
I think I'm going to try to find them another person to help them because they're rocking and rolling, man.
Yeah, and that's the thing, because when you teach the principal supersedes like any personality in the office.
Right?
Same thing with DE. Dr. Sid passed on. DE is still alive and strong, and the biggest, most pure principled chiropractic thing out there.
And I think that's something, we talk about, history repeating itself, something we got to get into because we finished up the week Friday. We had Beth Zog come in and review the whole Thompson protocol with our entire doctor's staff. Christy flew up from Florida to train. We had a heck of a day on Friday. Like we worked. It was awesome. And Beth is the granddaughter of J. Clay Thompson. She's amazing.
Yep.
Actually, we should get her on here to go through that history because she started off the first hour just talking about his history, which I didn't realize. He was an engineer, had a career first. Did you know that?
Yeah, I knew he was an engineer, but I don't really know much more than that.
So he got really sick and from diabetes,
Uh-huh.
and they thought he was going to die. And the way Beth explains the story, her great grandpa, Clay's father, was a highly uneducated man. He was just like a farmer, like just not educated. And he said to Clay simply, why don't you go see my chiropractor? And Clay's like, why the heck would I go there? And he had to get on a train to go see this guy. And as the story goes, it saved his life. He obviously
Yep.
did not die. And, to hear him talk and you see all the talk on social media about, we don't treat symptoms, we don't do this. And you got these guys back in the day
Mhm.
that were taking care of people that were supposed to die and they lived.
Mhm.
And here's Thompson decided to go become a chiropractor.
Yeah, and give us the tables that most all of us use now.
Yeah.
If you got
Well,
a table with a drop. Yeah.
having that engineering mindset, he saw like these hard tables, wooden tables, they were hammering people on. And he was
Mhm.
like, yeah, we could probably do this better.
Yeah. Yeah, we need a drop. We need an easy drop. We need a faster drop. And then it just exploded.
Yeah.
And techniques were built off of his tables, not just Thompson, but all these other drop techniques.
Right. And it was
You know,
amazing. She was talking about the adjustment, and he would just say, just unlock the bone. The bone's going to put it in, the innate's going to put it in place and set it. And it was just, I said that talk, the beginning of it is a great DE talk. Like it rocked my world. It choked me up because, she also went into, and here's where history repeats in our profession. He was getting run down with this profession, man. Like he was tired and just the garbage and the politics, the internal fighting
Yep.
was going on way back then in the 50s, right? And we see it more so today, but nothing's changed. And he was ready to walk away. He was just kind of like on his own and just tired. I think BJ died at this point. So he was really sad because he was really close to BJ. And someone grabbed him and said, hey, I want you to come with me to Atlanta. There's this guy there that actually used to be a student of his putting on a seminar called Dynamic Essentials. Come with me. And it saved his life. Like it turned him around. He came to DE, got reignited, started speaking and teaching at DE. Sid brought him in and had him teaching. I never knew that, man. I was like, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, I had no clue he was so beat up. And
No.
like you said, history repeats right there. BJ talks about it in that book right there.
The green books. Yep.
It's called History Repeats.
Yep.
And it does over and over again. And then it was like the the teacher become the student again at DE.
Yeah.
And then it all came back. It all
Humbling,
came
man.
back.
And like the last DE, when Tim Zook brought up, the 20, 25 people with those cards, to me, that was DE. That's like, it's a place for people and doctors to come heal themselves and then go out and crush it and serve people, take care of the masses. And that's really what is what it's all about. And it healed Thompson, it healed Sigerfoos, it healed, Barge and all these guys that we talk about today.
Yeah. And us, even when we didn't know we needed it.
Oh, yeah.
We were
Hands
just
down.
there. Like, I cannot imagine my life without it.
Right.
And we want to talk about, we're not treating the symptom, we're not doing this, we are doing that, whatever. DE is more than just people getting together and having that camaraderie and getting fired up. It was 25 or so people saying, I was addicted, I was suicidal. Flip that card over. I'm getting chills now, man.
Yeah.
Flip that card over. I have a life. I have a family. I'm seeing the masses, over and over and over again. And that's what DE is where the rubber meets the road. If you want to grow, and I don't mean grow of just like, well, I've got a great friend. I can text my boys and like, we got a great group. You want to grow and like your life be at a level you can never expect it to be at. You come to DE regular. It's going to happen.
Gonna happen.
Yeah.
There's no way around it, man. It's facts. And it's been happening since, 60 years ago. Dr. Sid's been doing this, and he did it with one sole purpose: to keep Principal Chiropractic alive.
Yep. Yep. And no matter what it takes for you to get there, you have to get there. And if you can't make it, like just financially or whatever, let somebody know. We can figure it out. It's that important. We can figure it out.
Yeah, we have a war chest to help people out and get them rolling, because it's a matter of time before you wake up and your practice blows up, and then you'll be paying it forward to someone else. I mean, that's basically how we roll. That's how we do it. And you shouldn't feel like you're burned out, tired, and alone. Because there's a lot of guys, and you're seeing this on social media too, that came to DE, beat up, hurt, lost. They got found, went out and killed it, and now their life is turned upside down and they're losing it. It's like, we forgot where you came from. Like, come back home, sit and listen and just chill, man. Like, you can't forget where you came from, but you can't stop that process that helped you grow, because if you stop watering the soul, your world's going to fall apart.
Yeah. Yeah. And just like you said, stop watering, those leaves are going to wither up.
Yeah.
And we see all the time people come back to the source. They come back to the well of the water that won't run dry, and then they blow up, man.
That's 100%, man.
And it may not be double your practice by next DE, but all of a sudden you're just like, I really connected with my kids again.
Yeah.
I called that estranged person that we haven't spoken to in 15 years, and we have a relationship again. Even though we were living in the same house, we have a relationship again. And we hear that all the time. We don't hear it from the stage, but out in the hall when people stop us and thank us, that's the things we hear.
You look at the conversation we had last week with that young man. I mean, I have more patients down here that have watched that they were like, that was incredible. Very simple, simplistic, and humble, but powerful.
Yeah. Yeah. And just taking care of his woman.
That's all.
Like, just, I don't know, man. Trenton is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, he sure is. He's good people.
Yeah.
He's good people. So, it's, we won't go too deep yet. There's a lot of stuff circulating on the internet, a ton of negativity, but rightfully so. I've had conversations with people on both sides of the fence trying to explain themselves, but the truth is the truth, and we know a guy that's putting things out there, and he's not going to put anything out there unless he has facts, man. Yeah. And, I told this other guy that's telling me it's all, he's lying. I said, well, then call him out. If you have truth, but you can't make these allegations if it's not true. And it's just, when Dr. Sid around, this crap wasn't happening, man, because he was a man of integrity, and he was in it for chiropractic. He wasn't in it for himself. It wasn't, his showboaty, let's put on a seminar, look at me. He was doing it as a movement. And that's one thing that has never changed with Dynamic Essentials.
Yeah. And, we play these Dr. Sid videos, and even these older videos of like a spring meeting that's like usually, or January meeting that's usually like a smaller DE meeting. Dr. Sid doing his new doctors meeting, and sometimes they may only be 10 or 12 people in there that are brand new to DE. But he spent 5 or 6 hours with them, going over procedures, going over the lasting purpose, and giving through a big door, and the whole money hand and service hand, going over that with these people for 5 or 6 hours.
Yep.
It wasn't just look at me. He was locked in a room with them so they could come back and grow and serve more people, because that's what it was. He had, what, 30 something Triple H clinics in the Atlanta area?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
A lot, and then built the largest chiropractic college in the world,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Chiropractic.
Yeah, there was no BS in there, man.
Mm-mm.
As much as they tried bringing them down. So it's like, what we see is going on. We just got to get back to basics, man. Blocking and tackling, and keep it to the principle, and like-minded guys and girls getting together. And we got to do this for our future, but it's already been done. They've been through this history before. We just we have to plug in, and people need to come together and just keep battling it. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you feel like you're struggling and you're battling right now and you've got scars and you're getting knocked down, like Dr. Sid said, I ain't going down no more.
That's right.
I ain't going down no more. And then when he made up his mind, when he had a clear, made up mind, an idea fixe, that major underlying thing. And for him then, it was not going down in football. Coach Bobby Dodd, one of the greatest football coaches in the history of football, said that pound for pound, Sid Williams was the best player he ever had.
That's crazy when you think about it, right?
Yeah. And he wasn't big.
No. That's why it's such a massive statement. He had the heart of a lion, man.
Yeah. It's people, we forget what a powerhouse we have been around sometimes. I was talking to a patient today. He's playing a little bit of pro soccer now, and talking about just the Olympics and running. But when everybody is running fast in the Olympics or swimming fast, it just looks normal. I would love to have one of us running beside these Olympic runners.
They'd lap you, bro.
I know, just to see how fast, like, we don't have a perspective. If everybody's fast, same thing in chiropractic. Like sometimes at DE and these places, we just, I don't know, man. Like we're all like going for the gold in the Olympics,
Well, it's a great perspective you just gave, because, I always look around the room now, especially because, we've talked about this in the past. We could easily get caught up in each other's company because we're all close friends and we get lost in it. But everyone's successful. Everyone's killing it in practice and sees a lot of people. And that's just the norm to us. But there's people in that room, especially if it's their first, second, DE, where they can't get on that track. Like they're having a tough time. And that's why we're working really hard to create an environment with the teams and doing better to connect with everybody, to get them in, to teach them how to do that, to help them train to get there. And we had a couple people last DE that were really, really struggling that have grown since that meeting. Like they've, there's one individual I've been reaching out to, and I just found out that someone's doing weekly calls with him. It's like there's layers of people to help. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And it's no coaching. It's just people benevolently love you and care for you.
Yeah.
And it's a network of people that have locked arms and said, this is what we are. This is what we stand for. And we're here to serve not only our communities, but serve each other.
Unconditional love, bro.
Yep.
Unconditional love.
It is. And it's such a blessing, man, that we don't even realize sometimes. I don't, like, just how blessed we are.
Right.
The people that know me, like Dr. Umber, D.D. Umber knows me. He will text me.
Dude, I had a very serious question for him today that I'm like I need help with a decision that's very important, that I need someone with his wisdom. And I was able to call him up, and you could tell he was in the middle of something, but he answered the phone.
Yeah.
And I basically said, Doc, I need help with something. And I asked him my question. And then I sat and listened. I got off the phone. I took a deep breath, and I felt a lot better. A lot better. And you kind of probably know what I'm alluding to, and I probably really can't talk about it 100% here, but it kind of put me at ease, And
Yeah.
I said, okay, all right. Like, I don't trust many people, but I said, Doc, I'm going to trust you on this. And I felt really good. Like, I was really grateful that I could, he picked up the phone, Dr. Dee Umber, I've got his number to call him. Like, that came through years and years of showing up and then building a relationship. Doesn't happen overnight.
No. And even though it may look, you're somebody seeing 50 a week and some other people are seeing 600-700 a week in their office, that doesn't mean the people seeing 600-700-800 are not training. You trained this past weekend.
Yeah.
With Beth's dog. Like, we're
Yeah.
still training. We're still trying to get the unlock, get the right key for the right padlock that opens up another level.
I was able to do something different this morning in the office with what she taught us. I applied it this morning and it helped the patient.
Yeah.
Like something that I never knew before. And I was like, I can't wait to do this. And and I would test it and test it. It wasn't showing up. And this one individual showed up. And it was like immediately she got off the table, was like, wow, that was different. I'm like, yeah, because I never knew that before. That was fun.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why this weekend we had a CE event in Augusta with the GCC, and we had an amazing group of people. We had two Sunday was like pediatric day.
Really?
Yeah. Just love that. And Saturday started off with Rebecca Yon teaching Thompson for a few hours. It's just like, I knew this, but it's just another perspective. It should drop those little nuggets like, man, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So we're always trying to learn. We're always trying to grow. And like, I've already got probably 70 continuing ed credits this year, but I still want to sit in the room and see what I've missed.
Right.
I'm not just running around down to the restaurant or the bar or sitting there. Like, we're in there trying to level up ourselves too.
It keeps the juices fueled and it keeps it exciting. When you get complacent, it gets boring, it gets familiar. Like that's where burnout comes from, man. There's nothing to feed you. Now it's like, I'm trying to create a flow chart of things that I can look on the wall because I need time and repetition before it sinks in. And, so one of my young docs is like, well, I made something in school and I was president of the club. I'll send it to you. I'm like, yeah, please do. Like, help this old guy out, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are blessed beyond measure. And if you are struggling though, just reach out to somebody.
Yeah.
You don't have to struggle alone. We're always
don't have
here.
To be alone. And it's like, get yourself busy in practice. The busier people we have, the more affluent doctors we have to help us, on different fights and being able to like serve bigger is really a huge undertaking. Like we're really rolling into these schools pretty deep. We've got a great student movement going on at multiple schools. We're going to Sherman in a couple weeks to do a DE intensive. A bunch of us are flying in. And that's what it's all about, man. It's work. And, we're not very good about posting a lot of things on social media. We're busy working and just doing the thing. But I kind of like that too, in a way. But we have to let people know we're hustling and we need help.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like we're busy, but we're doing the work. It's not busy just on social media where we just look like we're doing this. Coming up September 18th, 19th, whatever that weekend is, I've got 3 places to be in 2 different states in 2 days. Like, I don't know how I got in this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm ready for it. It's good. Like, we've got one life. We got one life.
True.
And I love it.
Amen. September 18th, Sierra moves into her new apartment in Georgia, brother.
Man, I can't imagine. She gonna love it.
God willing.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm so excited for her. A lot of unknowns for everybody. A lot of unknowns for her mama and daddy. For me, like, all right, my girl's back in Georgia. Can I do anything for her? It's exciting time, man. I remember my first day at life.
I do too. That was special.
Yeah. And just that nervousness, man. Almost like field day in middle school. Like, we're going to go out. We're going to have field day. It's like, shoot, I'm nervous.
I remember that first class, there was hundreds of us in it. And they said, look to your left, look to your right. Half of you won't be here by the end of the quarter.
Yep.
I was like, oh, wow, that's nice.
get some elbow room. But the parking situation never got better.
No,
Never got better.
no.
My first class was 7 a.m. spinal anatomy.
Uh,
I was early, but
that was the best, man.
it was. And like, I don't want to go back, but there's part of me that still misses it.
Well, I know I'll be getting around there a lot now.
Yeah.
You know, I'll be down there. We just moved Kane into his dorms yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, my head's so distorted. You guys have a big philosophy event coming up this coming weekend, and Rebecca Yawn had asked me to speak at it, and Tammy was like, "No, we're moving Kane into college." So I thought he was moving in next week. I told her no. My bad. I think I mixed it up with your GCC event because I think Dan had reached out to me a while back about possibly doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, man, I don't want to be like I lied to him. My brain was just shot. Like I thought it was so that you guys have a big event. You have who and you and Chris Walker, right?
Yep, me and Chris Walker. Yep.
And where are you doing it? You're doing it there in Marriott?
No, yeah, gonna be in Kennesaw at the Marriott right in Kennesaw. It's great,
Awesome.
man. I'll put it in the comments.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing night. You know,
You
and
know
it's
that's
all free. Students, doctors, we got maybe 4 or 5 places left. We're sold out.
wow.
So go ahead and register, you know.
It's free, but you're almost sold out.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. It's cause you know, we feeding everybody. We're gonna have lasagna and food.
Come
So
on.
yeah, lasagna, bro.
Damn.
Lasagna. Not fajitas. We're gonna feed these boys and girls.
Well,
And
listen, there's nothing more important than a student. You know, I know they're big on studying and everything these days, but I always said, don't let school get in the way of your education. Show up to as much philosophy as you can
mhm.
because it's what's going to separate you from the crowd. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, and people think that it's only technique. Oh, I just want to learn technique. We all loved technique when we were in school. I still do. But the philosophy is what's going to keep you grounded and be your true north when times get hard, because times are going to get hard. They're going to be a patient comes in and you're going to be like and they're going to say something and I don't know what to say right now.
Right.
And if you don't have that down, well, they just going to slip through your hand just like sand does.
I don't know how many situations I BS myself out of because I was so passionate about chiropractic and I just didn't know what I was doing because we weren't exposed to this stuff in school. And you get in practice and a patient comes in and starts rifling questions and doubts and fears at you. And you better be ready, you know? And I think the questions these kids need to be asking is talking about communicating and learning how to communicate and what kind of things to expect. Learn it now in school.
Mm-hmm. And practice on each other. Like have your friend to act argumentative or just sit there with their arms crossed.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to teach me a thing.
Right.
And then how do you change your words, not the message? How do you change your words to get that message in?
Got to have an anchored mind, bro.
Yeah.
Anchored mind. And it's going to be events like that you guys are doing. And I know you're going to do them regularly.
Mm-hmm.
It will shift their paradigm and prepare them. You know, you want to be by 13th quarter, you feel like a caged animal, a caged lion. You just can't wait to get out. Can't wait to get out.
Mm-mm. And I think to a great extent, we still feel that way.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's why Monday's still the favorite day of the week. That's why I saw a little drop on the Facebook that there may be some big things going on in Clearwater. Like,
yeah, bro.
It's never enough.
You know, I got off the plane. I flew into Tampa. When did I fly in? Saturday with Dr. Christie. And Tammy picked us up and we drove right to the location of where our new office is going to open up this fall. We just signed the lease and goosebumps walking up in it. Once we were pulling up, it started to pour. Tammy didn't care. She got out, looked in the windows because we didn't officially have the key yet. And I'm looking around and and all of a sudden the rain stopped. I got out, looking at the parking spaces, visualizing it packed with people. And Christy is so excited. And today she's like, can I announce it coming soon? Can I put it? I said, yes. Tables are ordered, x-rays ordered, things are getting lined up to be delivered. And it's a blessing. It's awesome. You know, and this little shit's worked hard, man. I mean, I had to pick up Sierra's car at her house because they flew out together to Connecticut. And she's driven from Clearwater every single day to Venice to train for 7 months now.
That's good.
7 months, bro, and has never complained.
No, that's probably what, hour and a half?
Easily without traffic, but there's a lot of times every week there's a fatality, the bridge is closed, traffic's backed up, takes 2 hours,
Vacationers, everything.
you never know. And you talk about someone who put in the effort and work, like it's awesome. Like she's going to do really well. I told the docs up in Connecticut, I said, you got your money cut out for you, man. This girl's fired up. She's going to push it. Be ready. Cause we all compete with each other and, in fun, but it's weird. The universe is, I've got 5 docs that want to come work with us now that I've been talking to on the phone every day, and they're coming to visit and hang out, and our training ground for the principal is DE. We come and bring our teams there. They hang out and get fired up to learn how to serve, give love, serve, and then go and practice and serve big, man. Like kill it.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah. Go serve big. That's the thing, is serving big.
That's it.
And you said about Dr. Christie just then that she's going to be a force to reckon with. She already is.
Yeah.
She already is. Like, we have to act as if.
I did very little adjusting today. Like I'm letting her get the reps in. Like I'm stepping back, listening to conversations. That's my training. It's like, and I could leave this office and leave it up to her. I don't have to be there. Like I was gone last week. I was in Connecticut all week, and she and Sierra ran the office.
That's awesome.
I mean, dude, they love it. Like they're fired up. I'm like, this is so good to see people get it and then produce it. It's great. It's fun. It's a lot of fun, bro.
Yeah, and it's not as complicated as we want to make it.
Yeah. Keep it simple.
It's not. And it's simple, but it's not simplistic. There's still a lot of work you got to go into it.
Well, I think that was one thing I learned is, people would come visit my office, and it was massive, and there's people everywhere, and you can't forget where you came from. That started in a 400 square foot dump. But I was so passionate and excited, like my passion had to overcome the surroundings because me and Tammy had no money. And then you wake up years later and it's like, I couldn't do this alone. One DE, my faith, my mission, my purpose, being surrounded by amazing mentors that poured into me. And now it's our time to pay it forward. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And poured into you. They poured into a lot of us, but it was not always just coddling us and you hang in there, buddy. It was like Dr. Sid hitting you on the chest with his ring.
Yeah.
Turning that ring around, hitting you in the head with it.
Oh, yeah.
And like, get your head out your ass, boy.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
One of the scariest things would be going to DE when you're in practice and Santo from the stage pointing at you and saying, how many a week are you seeing? And it was like, you had to be honest. And he would say, okay, I want you doing this by the next DE. Okay. And you're like, yes. He's like, you committed? Yes. And that's accountability. Because if you're not doing it and you show up, then he pulls you aside and talks to you. And sometimes it's something so simplistic that you would never think of. They say one sentence and you go back, and by the next DE, you can't wait for them to point at you. You're like, please point at me.
Yeah. And he didn't forget.
No.
Yeah. He knew who he talked to.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Same thing with John Boutwell. We were just in Augusta, and I'm like, he's been gone a little while, but I can feel him in Augusta. I just like, man, I miss John Boutwell.
Special.
He was.
He's one of those guys, after Sigafus passed, and he would speak that could still make me cry sitting in my seat. I made sure I was up in the front rows, like listening to him and just focused, and I would cry every time he brought something out, man.
Yeah, and he was so passionate, he would often cry too.
Yeah.
Because he was so fired up about the truth that we have.
That's right. Yeah, he loved it. He absolutely loved it, man.
He did.
So you're going to put information for your philosophy night this weekend, right?
Yep. I'll put it down. It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
Fresh lasagna. That'll get the students there.
I know. We have a few more open spots, so
get her done.
To come. Yeah, we can do standing room only if we need to.
Why not, man? Fill it
You
up.
may not have lasagna if you wait to the last minute, but we'll try to make it last.
If I was at a school close by, like Sherman, I would pile into a car and be there as well.
Yeah, that's what we done, man. Board weekend, be like, I can't do that. We're taking boards. 2 times boards were on DE weekend. Take boards that day. I wouldn't study. I'm already done. I ring gold review. I'm done studying. Go to DE that evening.
Yeah. And celebrate. You just took your boards, and the
Yeah,
docs would celebrate with you and be happy for you, and I'll finish with this, man. Don't let school get in the way of your education.
nope.
You gotta get dialed into your passion and purpose, or you're in trouble.
That's the truth right there, brother.
All right, pal. I love you.
Yep,
Good luck this weekend, and we'll talk.
yep. Love y'all.